very strong story in the Torah that we have, that you guys know it by heart, but it's very hard to absorb it and to understand it. We all know that after Matan Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu goes up to the mountain and he comes down with the luchot. And when he's getting closer, he hears the mecholot, he hears the party that is going around. And when he sees the people dancing and being happy with the Avodah Zarah, so we all know that Moshe Rabbeinu took the tablets. Vayashlichem. Yashlichem means he threw them. He threw them to the floor and he broke it. And one of the things that we don't understand, it's what about the kedusha of the tablets? What about the there are halachot that it doesn't matter. I mean, you can be angry, whatever it is. Chaz v'shalom, somebody takes a sidur and he throws it to the floor. It's an isur. Sidur. Tablets that he got straight from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that by the way, was written on those tablets that Borei Olam was the only one who wrote it. Yeah? And whoever was learning from those tablets will never forget their learning. והמכתב, מכתב אלוקים הוא חרוט על הלוחות. חרוט ממלאך המוות, says the Gemara. It was, by getting the Torah, we get free from malach hamovet. There was no more disease, no more death, no more nothing. Comes Moshe Rabbeinu, and he takes those tablets and he throws them to the floor. What's going on over here? There is a perush of Sefer Hasidim. Sefer Hasidim was written by Rabbi Yehuda Hasid. And he says a fascinating explanation. He says, I want you to know, Moshe Rabbeinu came down from the mountain, and like Chazal are saying that otiyot parchu ba'avir, which means at the moment that Am Yisrael did the Avodah Zarah, kivyachol, the kedusha of the tablets went out. The tablets were made with a very expensive stone, was called Sanapirion. That, by the way, the second time that Moshe Rabbeinu went up, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe Rabbeinu, write for you. Pesol lecha sheneluchot avanim karishonim. That's the parasha that we read in every single Ta'anit. Pesol lecha. Say Chachamim, what's pesol lecha? Apsolet yeh lecha, which means the leftovers of the second tablets will belong to you, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Moshe. Which means the leftovers of this expensive stone, Moshe Rabbeinu had the permission to take them. What did Moshe Rabbeinu do? He took those stones and he made a beautiful jewelry to his wife. And that caused it that the wife of Korach was jealous. Korach was a millionaire. Okay? The wife of Korach saw Tzipporah with this beautiful jewelry, and everybody was around her to see the beautiful, right? How shine and how beauty it was. That she got so upset, she went to Korach, and she was the one who started the whole machloket. So the stone of the tablets was a very expensive stone, and at the same time, very heavy stone. Okay? Say Chachamim, you know what happened? When Moshe Rabbeinu was holding those tablets, became heavy, says Rabbi Yehuda Hasid, by getting heavy, and he saw Am Yisrael making Avodah Zarah, he says, I have two options. Either to continue carrying this, or to throw it and to run to stop them to continue with the Avodah Zarah. To run. Which means it's like in a case of Bar Minan, and I remember a couple of years ago, somebody told me that he wasn't in his apartment, and his son was in the balcony. And he was eating and he was watching his son. So he was holding the coffee, And then he sees his son climbing the fence. What do you think he did? He doesn't even think. He throws it to run and to catch his son. Baruch Hashem, he was able to do it. Rabotai, Seich Chachamim Moshe Rabbeinu throw the luchot to be able to save Am Yisrael. Says Rabbi Yehuda Hasid, listen to this, unbelievable. Same halacha can apply halacha lemaaseh. If a person is holding a Sefer Torah and he sees another Yehudi that is about to do an avon, he's allowed to throw the Sefer Torah to run to save the Yehudis from doing an avon. Do you understand this? Throwing a Sefer Torah, that according to the halakha, if bar minan, a Sefer Torah falls to the ground, we have to fast 40 days. Over here, you are allowed to throw it to save somebody else. What are you going to ask? Well, 1 second. We know a rule, halachic rule that says, we don't say to a person, make a sin to help another Jew not to make a sin. I'm not allowed to do Hilul Shabbat to save somebody else and not to do Hilul Shabbat. I'm not allowed. So how come over here you are allowed? The answer is that when it comes to avoid an avon of a Rabbim, of a Tzibur, you have the permission to even make an Isur you to save a Kahal of not doing an avon. This is a Rabotai. Only, this is just regarding throwing Sefer Torah. But let's talk now about ourselves. We don't have to throw any Sefer Torah and leave the Sefer Torah in its place. You don't have to throw Sidurim. Everything is good. But how much we're ready to move and to do to save other Yehudim not to do Avonot. How much we're ready to go around and to start, to try at least, to bring over and over Yehudim to Avodat Hashem. And you don't have to be a Chacham, you don't have to be a Gadol Ador, you don't have to be a rabbi. Each one of us, we have people that they look at us as the Chachamim. Yes, even though you think, oh, what do I know? I come to pray every day, that's it. I come to a short shiur. You're right, but there are people that are less than you. And those people are looking at you as an example, inside as an example. It's our obligation to try our best to bring Yehudim to Avim Shebashamayim. You know, I heard a beautiful idea from somebody in Panama. Beautiful. He says that there was a rabbi by name Rav Shach. Rav Shach was a Gadol Ador. He passed away 25 years ago, or 20 years old, 20 years ago. Yeah. And the rabbi, years flies, Habibi. What I say? So, one time, a very rich man comes up to Rav Shach, and he tells him, and Rav Shach tells him, I'm so jealous about your olam haba. So the rich man tells him, my olam haba? Maybe you mean my olam hazeh. My olam hazeh, you should be jealous. So the rabbi smiled and he tells him, listen, for sure your olam hazeh, I'm not jealous, I have a better one. My olam hazeh is much better. I'm telling you, I'm jealous of your olam haba because all the yeshivot that you support and all the Torah that is being learned, that everything goes to your account. So the guy didn't get what the rabbi was telling him, and he asked him, Rabbi, what do you mean you have better olam hazeh than me? And then Rav Shach tells him, of course, yes. What's your olam hazeh? What is it? To have good steaks? To have nice cars? To going to the beach and having vacation? Let me tell you, whenever you eat a good steak, you come with the idea, I see the steak and it's juicy and it's this. Okay, and you start eating it and you enjoy. And at the end, it's over. And not only it's over, many times, how many times happened that you complain, it wasn't as as a planet. It was not so wow like it looked like. And if it's about cars, the rabbi tells him, the luxury car of today is going to be the garbage car of tomorrow. And if it's going to be vacation and going around and enjoying, of course. But at the end of the day, your expectations are going down, or even the enjoyment that you enjoyed, it's going to go down. He says that's the effect of the triangle. A triangle, if you put it upside down, so the triangle, it's wide, are the expectations. And at the end, it's the enjoyment. Right? That's when you start wide, and then whenever you finish up small. But in spirituality, the triangle goes upside down to the other way. It's facing up. Because the triangle in spirituality, maybe at the beginning, it's hard. You don't see the big deal. But once you go down and you start getting in, you realize how much beracha you're getting and how beautiful is our Torah. So says this Chacham, he says, you see, you have two triangles. And when you mix it up, you get the Magen David. And the Magen David is the message that we get from HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling us, my dear friend, you should know that Olam Hazeh, you start wide and you finish narrow. Olam Haba, all that has to do with spirituality, you start narrow. But if you continue, you will find how big and how humongous and how beautiful it is. You see the Chachamim? For them, Torah, it's oxygen. How come? How come they feel like that and we don't? But the answer is very simple. At the beginning, it is hard. But more you get into it, more the Torah penetrates into your body, and you get to the point to see the beauty and the sweetness of the Torah. That's our job. My dear friends, let's try to take this beautiful Torah that we got on Shavuot, and let's try to spread it out to the people that are surrounding us, to show the right example, and then to be able to be mekarev עם ישראל לאביהם שבשמיים. ברוך ה' לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי יוחנן בן הקדושה אומר, הצי הקדוש